Let's continue with chapter number 8 from your economics book of grade 12, and the name of the chapter is cost and revenue analysis, and today we are going to start from average cost and curves. So what is average cost? Average cost is the cost per unit of outputs. Average cost is simply the total cost divided by number of units produced. That means for every one unit what is the cost that the producer has to bear. So that is the average cost. Average cost is also having, you can say, three kind of dimensions. One is the average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average total cost. What is average fixed cost? Average fixed cost is the per unit cost for the fixed factors. For the fixed factors, the cost they are incurring for per unit, that is the average fixed cost. Average variable cost is the per unit cost of the variable factors of production. Okay, and we can say this with the help of figure number 2. You can see what kind of behavior they are saying. In the short run, we will find that AFC, that is average fixed cost, its average fixed cost slopes downward throughout its length from left to right, showing constantly fall in the average fixed cost with an increase in the output. The more the output is increasing, we are finding that the AFC, that is average fixed cost, is decreasing. Now we will understand it better with the help of this table 8.2. You can see behavior of average cost. You can see the first column, it is saying us about the output. Okay, it is gradually the output is increasing from 0 to 6, right? The next column number 2, is total fixed cost. At the very first video we came across of this chapter that average fixed cost is going to be same. Total fixed cost is going to be same throughout the production. That means you can see when the output is 0, that time also 120. When the output is 6, that time also total fixed cost is 20. That means column number 2 representing total fixed cost, which is going to remain fixed throughout the production process. Total variable cost, it is changing. Total variable cost, you can see from decreasing, it is slowly increasing, and then it is increasing at an increasing rate. First it is slowly increasing. From the initial stage itself, you can see that total variable cost is increasing. Gradually it is increasing in a decreasing rate, but later on it is increasing in an increasing rate. And total cost we came across that TFC plus TVC is equal to TC. That means total fixed cost plus total variable cost, we are getting total cost, right? Now the fifth column, you can see that is saying about the average fixed cost. What is average fixed cost? Average fixed cost, as I told you, that can be derived from total fixed cost divided by the output. Total fixed cost divided by the output, we are going to get average fixed cost. In order to get average variable cost, we have to divide total variable cost divided by output. Okay, so very simple. Total fixed cost divided by output, we will get average fixed cost. Total variable cost divided by output, we are going to get average variable cost. So how to get average total cost? Average total cost, we can just simply add column number 5 and column number 6. What are those two columns? AFC plus ABC is equal to ATC. That means average fixed cost plus average variable cost, we are going to get average total cost. Okay, other than this, we have to assume, or we have to notice the behavior of AFC. You can see AFC, it is gradually decreasing from 120 to 60, gradually decreasing, continuously decreasing to 20. That means AFC column number 5 is representing the more the output will be, the more AFC will keep on decreasing. Come to AVC. We can see AVC curve is a U-shaped curve because it is first increasing, decreasing, again coming back to its original position, right? So it is giving us a U shape because of the law of variable proportions. Okay, next we are coming ATC, that is average total cost. We are just summing it up together and we are getting average total cost. You can see the gap given in figure number 2, right? You can see initially ATC curve is much more in the higher position than AVC curve, right? The distance is far, ATC curve is far high than the AVC curve, but as the production is increasing, we are finding that ATC curve is also tending to come downwards and coming quite close to AVC curve, right? The distance, you can see the distance at point A, the distance marked at point A, point M also you can see point M. As the production is increasing, ATC curve is coming down, so the gap between ATC and AVC we are finding is getting shortened. More the production is increasing, it is getting shortened. The last column is marginal cost. We have to understand how to obtain this marginal cost. Marginal cost can be obtained by subtracting, that is total cost. We have to subtract the total cost. The total cost we are getting from the first unit, we have to minus the second unit. We are going to get that change. Marginal cost here means with every additional unit of the output, what is the change in the cost? That is the marginal cost. So what is the change in the total cost? How can we find the change in the total cost? We have to find it by subtracting. So at the initial stage, we don't have to zero, where the output is 0, don't have to calculate there. Where the output is 1, we have to calculate by 160. 160 minus 120, we are going to get 40. Okay, so how to get marginal cost? That is, what is the change with every additional unit of output? What is the change in the total cost? That change is the marginal cost. Okay, come to the next page. Here they have explained us about the average cost or average total cost. Average total cost, or simply average cost, is the per unit cost of both fixed and variable factors of production. It is obtained by dividing total cost by total units of output. So this is one method of obtaining, you can say, average cost or average total cost, that is total cost divided by the output. Or in other way you can find out, that is AFC plus AVC, average fixed cost plus average variable cost. We are going to get the average cost. So there are few assumptions or observations. First observation is the distance between the average total cost curve and the average variable cost curves gets smaller as production increases. I told you this already. And number 2 says that average total cost curve is U-shaped, indicating that the average total cost falls initially, reaches its minimum point, and then rise and starts rising. Remember that the level of output at which average cost is minimum is known as the optimum point of production. Okay, so point number 3 is saying minimum point on ATC curve, that is point B. See again, that is point B, lies to the right of the minimum point of AVC curve, that is point A. Point B, you can see, is towards the right side of point A. From here we can understand that both the minimums, okay, point B is denoting the minimum point of ATC curve and point A is showing us the minimum of AVC curve, but you can see both the minimums are not in a straight line. Okay, next here they have explained us about the marginal cost. The last short run cost curve we want to examine is the marginal cost. Marginal cost is the addition of total cost as one more unit of output is produced. Okay, so in this diagram, if you see, that is diagrammatically, marginal cost for any level of output can be calculated by taking the slope of the total cost curve corresponding to the level of output. So in order to understand this diagram, we have to take few assumptions. So first is, marginal cost has nothing to do with the fixed cost. Secondly, the same marginal cost is associated with the total variable cost and total cost. Marginal cost is U-curved or U-shaped. As output increases, marginal curve slopes downward up to OQ point. You can see Q point, right? You can see that. Yes, it is coming downward to point A, reaches the minimum at point A, and then starts sloping upward. It is important to note that total average cost can be computed as the sum total of marginal cost of various units of output. So let us cut it short and let us have a look at the relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost. Here the relationship they are trying to again say us 2 to 3 assumptions, but I would like to make it easy for you. That is, an easy way to remember the relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost you can illustrate with this figure. This is figure number 5 in your book. This figure shows, you can see left hand side they have written as A and right hand side they have written as M. Okay, so the line, always think that the line is coming from A and reaching M. Okay, coming from A and going to M. So this figure shows when M, that is marginal cost, is more than A. You can see both the positions, right? M is written up. The first one we are taking into consideration, you can see it's up, where the line rises, that line is going to that M. We are talking about that M. Okay, figure shows M, marginal cost is more than A, average cost, A rises. That means average cost is rising. When marginal cost is higher, then average cost is rising. When margin, that is M, when M is less than A, you can see when M is less than A, you can see A falls. A is coming downward. A falls. When M is equal to A, the straight line they are saying, then A is constant to A. Okay, so the same thing have been drawn here again with this graph. And in this graph they are trying to explain us the relationship between average cost curve and marginal cost curve can be assumed or summed up as the following. And when marginal cost curve is less than the average cost curve, average cost falls with increase in output. Same thing. Okay, the same thing they're explaining just now we came across. When marginal cost is more than the average cost is rising. Okay, when marginal cost is equal to average cost is constant. The relationship between marginal cost and average cost is only about the direction of movement of average cost and the magnitude of the marginal cost. Hopefully you understood. Thank you.